Gotta be quick on your feet.
That's it. Hey, you remember that dude from Barbershop?
Who that?
The dude that got his haircut.
You talking about?
Hey, Sean.
Welcome to the first episode of the SIP podcast. And
Yes,
I got
sir.
a special guest with me.
Yes, sir.
It's my barber Dewayne, man. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, bro? DBlaze, man, aka Dewayne. You know what it is, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, we've been planning this out for a long time, man. And
long time.
finally getting to do it.
Yes, sir.
So, we got a lot to talk about, obviously. So, hey, just gonna go ahead and get right down to it.
Hey, let's
man.
get straight to it, man. Let's not wait around, man. We've been waiting long enough, so
Oh yeah, let's get it.
let's do it.
Well, first off, man, gotta get people a little background, a little insight on how we, first introduced, first met or whatever.
Right.
I remember I was going to Goosby's and getting me a haircut.
Goosby's Hair World.
Yep, sitting in the seat. And I was looking over there. I'm like, man, God, dog, man. I said, dude, doing a hell of a tape over there. I was like, well, I need to get him to cut my hair.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. I was like, shoot, I had asked him, I was like, man, what you charging? Cut. He gonna get you to cut me up, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, been cool ever since, man.
Oh yeah.
Having a lot of conversations that people, don't know about.
Yeah, man.
And they got through some dark times, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The vibe is real, man.
Oh yeah, man. Well, you feel it when you meet somebody that's real and genuine, man. You know it off the rip. It don't take long to figure out somebody real or fake.
Yeah, you can feel it. I mean, from just instant contact or conversation.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, just by how people talk or carry themselves, man. You can pick up on a person's vibe. So, and as a barber, we just don't cut hair.
No.
We're counselors too. So,
Oh yeah.
we try to extend a little bit of that knowledge or testimony to our clients because we all go through things. So.
Yeah, man, I definitely understand that, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're gonna start it off, man. First of all, I'm gonna ask you, how is your mental state, man? From 1 to 10, what did you rate, your mental health right now? How you feeling?
My mental health right now, I probably rate it about a 7 or 8.
Oh, I guess I should have specified 1 being bad and 10 being, I'm feeling on top of the world. So
Yeah, about a 7 or 8.
about a 7, 8.
Yeah.
Oh, you good, man.
Yeah. Right now at this moment,
Yeah.
I've been working on myself a lot.
Yeah.
As far as my mental health and the things that I went through in my past. Excuse me. But I feel like I'm in a better space now than I was, maybe 5, 10 years ago.
Oh, that's good, man. 'Cause that's what it's all about, growth at the end of the day.
Right.
I probably say I'm probably at about a 5 because I'm so bipolar, man. I have be having highs and lows. I'm like Baker Mayfield. You know what they say? They say you got a roller coaster.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I'm for real, man.
Get to the top and go straight
I
down.
can be in here happy and then go, get in the car and just start thinking about stuff. Like, man, come on.
That's life though, man.
Yeah.
That's being part of being an adult. I remember when we were younger, I'm pretty sure you have too. Used to wish you were 18, couldn't wait to be grown.
Man. Hey, shoot.
But now you're grown, it's like, man, I wish I was back to being a kid again.
Real, bro. Ain't gonna even lie.
Facts.
Man. Well, all right, man. Since we just did our mental check-ins, man. Let's tell the people where you from, man.
Man, I was originally born, believe it or not, I was originally born in Germany.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was born in a town, a military town. My mom was in the military. She was pregnant with me at the time. She had got stationed in Germany. So when she went into labor, she actually wasn't able to give birth to me on the military base because they ran out of space.
Oh, wow.
So they had to send her to a German hospital to give birth to me So actually became a U.S. citizen and a German citizen at the same time for that reason. But we only stayed there for a year and moved back to the States. Moved back to Texas. So a lot of people ask where I'm from. I'm originally born in Germany, but I was raised in Texas all my life.
Okay.
So that's all I really know. So that's why I tell people I'm from Texas, Dallas, Texas, to be exact.
Okay, tell me about some childhood memories, man. What do you remember about being in Texas, man?
Man, I remember the heat. I remember being hot every day.
Hot, huh?
But yeah, man. Texas is to me, it's it's in the world of its own. I think that Texas has a lot to offer. Like I haven't been to many other states, to actually experience the quality of living. But for me, Texas was everything, and it still is.
Yeah, I've never been, so everything you saying to me, I gotta take your word for it. I gotta take
Yeah,
face
man.
value.
It's definitely a great place to grow, build a foundation. I mean, the weather's great. It's a big state. You got Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, and Houston.
Ooh,
So you got four major cities that are all thriving, and there are some places you can go and have something to do.
Okay.
As far as entertainment.
Oh wow. Yeah, hopefully I get to make it down there soon, man.
Yes, sir. Lone Star State.
So do you have any like regrets about life, just things you wish you would have done differently or whatever?
I don't regret anything in life. I look at life as, or I look at any mistakes or anything that I might have went through. I look at it as a learning lesson. So instead of me looking at it as, oh, I regret doing this, or I wish I didn't do that, I think that's what helped me become who I am now.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So how long did it take you to get to that point? Because I know you weren't always thinking like that. I know I know you had to been thinking in the past like, man, I wish I would have this and that. But now I know you become wise and gain the wisdom and understand that all things happen for a reason and build you up to be the person you are today.
I think once I had my first child, reality kicked in.
So that was the turning point.
Right. I think that was even though when my first son was born, I was extremely scared. At that moment in my life, I was probably at the lowest point of my life.
Oh, wow.
And that's only because of poor decisions. And, but as I grew and got older, that maturity level set in, and I started really thinking about having something versus just making it.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Oh, yeah, it makes plenty of sense,
Yeah.
man. Instead of just, living, just to live.
Right.
Want to build foundation and,
Right.
something past these kids and stuff. I understand that, man.
Yeah, because you get to a point in your life, like, when we're 17, 18, 18 to 21, your mindset is have fun. You want to have fun, kick it with your partners, go holler at the ladies.
Oh, yeah.
You just want that. You want to have that lifestyle. That's your mindset because now you're free, you're grown, you're not confined to the house. You don't have to ask to go outside. You come and go as you please to a certain extent, depending on your parents. But that was my mindset. So, I was just always thinking about fun first instead of handling my business and trying to figure out, setting myself up, to where I can be where I am now. I took the long road, you know what I'm saying? So.
But, man, that comes with, people instilling that into us, The
Right.
thing about us, like, people like us, sometimes we have to figure it out on the go. And by the time we have it figured out, we look back and 40 years then pass your life, and now you're like, I wish I wouldn't have done all that.
Exactly.
Okay, speaking of, kids, we touched on that a little bit. What do you want to instill in them? Like, what are your values that you pass down to your kids?
I try to, when I talk to my kids, I try to give them advice on not making some of the same mistakes that I made early on in my life. Like, my childhood was difficult. I had a difficult childhood. Not very family oriented, things like that. Not gonna go into detail, but
Oh, yeah, I understand.
I just try to show my kids and tell my kids the opposite of what I learned. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Core values, especially my boys. I have 2 boys and a girl, so my boys, I really try to show them how to be men, how to conduct themselves around people respectfully, how to carry themselves, how to talk to to people or folks. And as far as my daughter goes, of course, girls are a little more, attentive. You have to really pay attention to girls more than boys.
Oh yeah.
But I teach my daughter to to respect herself first, because what happens is in this generation, you have a lot of girls looking up to the wrong role models.
Man, like that's the truth.
Yeah,
How
the
they
perception is everything.
Exactly.
So when you see a girl walking down the street, she might have on some, Daisy Dukes or some booty shorts or a spaghetti strap, colors in her hair. You look at her and you like, okay, that's a certain type of breed. You can somewhat get away with the disrespect.
Yeah.
But when you see a woman that's got her stuff together, she carries herself well, dresses well,
classy.
Has her own business, does things the right way, you have to kind of come correct. So,
but I was just finna get ready to say that, man. It's crazy because with us we kind of complicated because it's like we don't want one that's too out there.
Right.
Then you don't want one that's too like
conservative.
you ain't making enough laugh. I mean, one of them type of folk. So we want one right in between that, they dress nice, every now and then, they say lady in the street, freak in the bed. That means, you belong to me.
Exactly.
You ain't for them. So whatever you wearing, if you wearing stuff like that, make sure it's for your man. That's what I look at.
Right. But that's the thing though. Everything is about attention. Everything's attention seeking. Everything that people do as far as social media is about attention.
Always.
So you got people out here that are going the extra mile just to get followers or get likes or get people to notice them. And that's you really, I think we kind of lost ourselves in social media. I know we was talking about my kids, but
no.
This is
what we came here for, man.
Yeah, this is a heavy topic.
This is what we came to do. We came to talk to the people, man.
Right. So I just think I think social media has caused people to lose a lot of their selves because we base our lifestyle and our life on what we see. Everything's visual.
Everything's about perception.
Right.
Like you said. That's
so
the big word.
even communication. I mean, I go to a restaurant with my wife and I look around and I see families together at the table, but everybody's on their devices. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really focusing on having a real actual conversation or finding out how they was. And that's what I do with my kids too. Like when I'm with my kids, I try to interact with my kids.
Yeah.
I don't just say, oh, go get on the video game or go get on your phone or call your friend. Yeah, it's like you have to get involved in your family's life in order for you to keep your house together. You know what I'm saying? So people have lost that through social media, I believe.
Man, you said something. You said a mouthful there, bro.
Yeah, man, true. That's what I believe. That's just my opinion now.
Hey, you got a good opinion, though.
Yeah.
All right. All right, we're going to switch it up a little bit, man. I'm going to hit you with this off-the-wall question. All right. Let's say you riding, you going to the store. I'm going to say the Britney store. Let's say you go up in there. Be like, hey, let me get one of them tickets. Find out Dewayne just won $10 million. What's the first thing you doing?
Taking care of my mama.
Everybody got the mama answer, man. That's like the typical answer.
Right.
Oh, if I win a whole lot of money, I'm taking care of mama. That's good though. That shows you, how much you appreciate your mom growing up. But that's mainly what we want to do: take care of our mom.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, mama, I'm gonna take care of her, but she ain't gonna be the first person I think about. I ain't gonna.
What's your first? So let me ask you then. What's your first?
Hey, first thing I'm gonna do is jumping in that whip, rolling out. I'm gonna call you, like, hey, bro. You gotta cut time for a minute.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna eventually take care of the people I'm supposed to take. But it's gonna be all about my family first, though, man.
Right.
Cause I don't want to like taking it the wrong way. Like I'm not gonna, cause of course I'm gonna take care of my mama. But I'm gonna get my family order. Then I'm gonna call, moms and grandpa and grandma and all them. And say, y'all spread. I'm gonna give y'all some. It's gonna be a one-time thing now. Don't be calling me 800,000 times. Like, hey, you got this? No.
You get one check.
You get one check.
Yes.
What you do with your money is what you do.
And that's it. Once you hit zero, don't call my line. But listen, I say my mom because that's where the foundation started.
Yeah.
So, of course, my mom sacrificed a lot to make sure we had food on the table, clothes on our back, and a roof over our head. So you always have to. I believe that you always got to go back to where you came from.
Yeah, for sure.
When you come into something like that, I think people who grow up without money are more humble, of course, than people who are born into money. So even now, as a barber, I'm blessed, but I still live as if I don't have
You
it.
don't have it.
You
That's
know
how
what
you
I'm
keep
saying?
it, though.
So if I was to win $10 million, of course, the first thing, honestly, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna probably pass out, or you probably just not gonna believe it. It's probably gonna
Ain't
take
no
you a
way.
minute
Who you telling?
to think like, okay, I just won like 10 million. But then it kicks in, then it's like, okay, now what?
Now what
You're
I
almost
do?
gonna be scared. I'll probably be scared.
And how do I keep from going broke? Because, a lot of folks win money, they end up going broke.
Yes.
But then another thing I want to touch on, too, about the kids. It's like you said, you be humble when you're not growing up into money. But we don't want our kids to have to do that struggle. So how do we get that balance to where we let them get, we make sure they're well taken care of. They ain't got to want for nothing, but also appreciate it. Because, hey, I can tell you, man, these kids around here, them college students, man, I've seen some stuff. I remember one time I was up at the Chevron store late.
Shout out to Ole Miss.
I was up there getting ready to get like some little food or whatever, and this girl, she was trying to use her card, and the card got declined. She, what do you mean it's declined? Huh? No, my dad put money on there. She was just like, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And she said, Dad, why is my card declined? You need to put some money on there right now. I'm like,
Right.
there is no way I'll be talking to my folks like that. And I know that's the mouth that feed me. No. I mean, the hand that feed me.
It comes from parents have a responsibility to teach your kids, or first of all, my opinion on this is, speaking from my perspective, my responsibility is to make sure my kids know how to earn.
Yeah.
Because one thing about it, in my childhood, from when time I turned 18 to me now, I'm 38. Everything that I have now, I earned it.
Yeah.
It wasn't given to me. I didn't. When I turned 18, I didn't get a car. You know what I'm saying? When I turned 21, I didn't get it. I didn't have an apartment. I didn't have a good job. I didn't have money. So God put me in a position to do those things now. I'm more humble and I can appreciate it more. Even buying a pair of shoes to buying a pair of drawers, I can appreciate those things and be more content with what I have versus someone who, like I said, comes into the world already being given it, people giving it to them. So I try not to judge people like that, because some people can't help their situation.
Yep, exactly.
And sometimes, like I said, it is the parents' responsibility to install that. Whether you have a $10 or $10 million, you should still, I believe, teach your kids how to earn what they get
money.
instead of just being given. Because what we tend to do in this world now is we tend to comfort our kids with gifts. And to me, spending time with your kids is more valuable than spending $1. You understand what I'm saying?
Indeed, man. I understand that.
That's real. A lot of people get it confused, and I tell people that. Like, I try to tell people all the time, look, don't think showering your child with gifts is satisfying enough for them, because eventually those gifts are going to end up in the closet. They're going to end up dirty or broken, or me needing to be replaced. But you can't replace time and unconditional love to your kids. You know what I mean? That's important.
That's what I tell my wife all the time. I was like, man, they don't have a lot of money or whatever, but the thing my son is always gonna say is, Daddy was right there the whole time. We struggled together.
Facts, man. And he's gonna appreciate that growing up. He's gonna be like, man, my pop's been here day one, man. He's been on my games. He's been on my, if they play instruments, recitals, and, concerts or whatever activities or events that they're in, or even if they're not. just being, even if you get and go into your son's room and play a video game, that
Anything.
means more than you going out there and buying him
Something and then leaving him.
$15,000 worth of stuff or a brand new Mercedes Benz, you know. And as he becomes a 17, 18-year-old, you know, you'll see that humbleness in him because you produce that. Because kids watch.
Oh yeah, they pick up. Don't think that they don't pick up on stuff.
That's where they learn from. The parents.
Watching you.
Yeah. Kids learn from their parents. I don't care what nobody say. People around them.
All right. Speaking of the kids, man. For these youth, man, troubled youth. Like, what advice do you have for these youth out here that's kind of lost their way, or trying to figure it out?
I think it starts with when it comes to these kids now. Kids need a role model. Role model is where it starts. A kid is always looking up to try to look up to something, and a lot of kids look up to each other. A lot of these kids now, they get advice from each other.
Yeah.
Instead of getting advice from, you know, back in the day when we were younger, we hang around the old heads. You know, we pick up on old stories, you know, things like that. But now that these, you know, people are having kids younger, and grandparents are a lot younger now, and versus, you know, our grandparents, you know, we born, they was already 60, 70 years old, you know, or whatever the case may be. So the younger generation having younger kids at a younger age, it's harder for them to find a positive role model to
because
look up to.
the people they trying to look up to is still learning. It's just like they learning.
Absolutely. You know, you have kids having kids, and they can't teach another kid something that they still have a child's mindset.
Yeah, that's how my family is, man. You know, grandmama 36, mama 24.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Right.
Not literally, but that's kind of how it is, though, for real, in my family.
But that's where it starts from. Like I did, like when I first moved to Oxford, Mississippi, a guy, one of my partners, Sean, introduced me to.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about him.
Yeah, he introduced me to alternative school doing mentoring, and shout out to Sean, man.
Oh yeah,
appreciate you, bro. But yeah, he put me in a position where I could mentor at an alternative school, and you know, as I sat down with some of the kids to just, you know, get to know them, a lot of these kids didn't have that figure in their household.
Right.
You know, a lot of them would tell me different things. I'm not going to put it out there, but you know, they were pretty much on their own trying to figure it out, and that's where kids get lost at, because once if a parent can't teach you, then guess where they're going to learn from?
In the street,
outside the home. You know, they might get with a couple of guys that's out here thinking they banging. They thugs, gangsters, and that's you become the product of that environment. You know, now you have some kids that might get with the kids that study, that do the right thing, you know, and put them in position to do that as well. And I'm not gonna sit here and downgrade parents out here in this generation, because you have some parents that do the right thing, teach their kids. I know a lot of them.
And sometimes they still just go off the wrong way.
Yeah, they go off the hinges because. Sometimes it's like a double-edged sword. It's either you crowd them too much to the point where when they get grown, they want to venture out and see. Like me, you know, I was sheltered a lot. So when I turned 18, guess what? I wanted to see what was out there in the streets, and that put me in a lot of bad situations. But my mom did teach me enough to know to not take it too far.
Yeah.
You know, once I got to a boiling point where I knew if I take this road any further, then I know there's no turning back.
Oh yeah.
So you have different situation with the youth that we need to protect them more, and really pay more attention to what they're doing and be more involved in their feelings and what they have going on, because 14 to 18, you know, that's a developmental stage where you're trying to really figure out who you are.
And it's that Similac behind the ear stage too. That you think you're smelling yourself a little too much. Nobody can tell you what to do.
But that comes from trying to figure out who they are. They're trying to find their character. And teenagers, these kids in high school, middle school, they get lost in the sauce because they don't know where they fit in at. And now in this generation, you have bullying is terrible. So if you try to be yourself and you're not like them over there, then it's like, okay, dang, you know, they're going to mess with me. So let me try to switch it up and be something that I'm not, so I can fit in.
And
you know,
I know all about it, man. So they used to, See, we didn't. It was bullying back when we was going to school, but we didn't look at it as straight bullying because when you say something to me, I'm gonna say something back to you. Like
Right.
we roasting, and that's how I got out of a lot of trouble. Either I'm making somebody laugh, making it, getting the teacher upset, making the class laugh, or I'm roasting somebody else.
Class clown.
And, yep, that's what I was, man. Keontae, go out in that hall.
Right.
And
right.
the funniest part is when the person that was laughing had to get in trouble with me. So we both out in the hall. He mad at me now because since he started laughing, he ain't did nothing. He just killing himself laughing at what I'm doing, and now
Right.
he in trouble too.
Right. Right.
All right, man. We're gonna keep it moving. All right. We're gonna get on these sports. Just gonna dive in there a little bit, man.
Oh man.
Yes, sir. You
Don't
already
talk
know.
about my Cowboys.
I
man.
wasn't gonna say it, but since you brought it up, hey,
I knew
how
it.
about them
Oh
Cowboys?
man.
Man, what was they thinking in the draft, man? They didn't really get nobody.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I did after the draft was over. I did go back and look at the scouting reports on some of the players that we picked. I am a little excited on a few. We got a guy from LSU. We got a guy from Ole Miss, Sam Williams, I believe his name is, defensive end.
Yeah.
I'm real excited about him. I was talking to some of the guys in the barbershop, and they were telling me a little bit about him. But he seems like he's going to be a great defensive player for us.
Yeah, I think so too.
To replace Randy Gregory, man. Shout out to Randy Gregory, man. I don't appreciate you, bro. You shouldn't have never left Dallas, man. I know you want the bread, man,
It's
but
about business,
loyalty
man.
means everything
Hey,
too, man.
the language in that contract wasn't right, man.
I understand
You gotta
that,
do what
but
you gotta do at the end of the day.
they took chances on you, brother.
My thing is, see, we can't play the personal role because my thing is when an organization gets tired of a player, cut them. They do whatever is best for business. But
Yeah, that's true.
But as soon as a player decide they want to do what's best for themselves, you got the fans, man. Oh, why did you leave for? Go ahead, don't let the door hit you on the way out, and they getting upset. And I'm like, man, it's all business. They still love you.
I mean, I look at it like this, bro. Randy Gregory, and I'm not just picking on this guy. Shout out to you.
When they
man.
say they're
Hope
not
everything
doing something,
goes
to me,
well.
they doing it.
But you come in the league, you have all these issues, man. You get
Yeah.
suspended. You're in and out the games. You're not there to help the team. You can't just expect a team that's had all those issues with you to just drop the bag on you.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and that's why I believe, like with sports, I think a lot of these players I'm not knocking nobody's hustle. If you can get it, go get it. But we forget how to earn. That goes back to like what I was talking about with kids. We forget how to earn. We feel like we're owed that, or we're entitled to that money. But that kind of breaks down people's ability to work even harder to get to that point. You know what I'm saying?
Really
people give you that bag in like 3 years, and you might have put up numbers for 1 year out of the 3, but you done got $100 million. Not no knock to nobody now. If you can go get that 100 million, go get that 100 million, because I would. But it takes away from the hunger.
Yeah.
Even in music, not trying to deviate from sports, but even in music, I listen to some artists, man, when they first start out, man, and they be going so hard.
Going in.
Like the music be so real, and then they get in the commercial phase where now that they done got the money, the fan base, now these albums are dropping, every 3 months, and the quality's going down. So I think that you have to continue to stay hungry, man, and continue working, bro. Just like even my barbering, I don't let money control how
you cut.
move.
Yeah.
In the barber game.
So yeah, we're gonna end with that point right
Hey,
there.
before we do that, hey,
Go ahead.
shout out to Memphis Grizzlies, man. Hey, that boy John Morant, man, he's doing big things for Memphis, man. Bringing a lot of life to the city. If anybody doesn't know, man, Memphis is really, the crime rate is really terrible out there right now. So shout out to John Morant, man, and all the Memphis Grizzly players out there, man. Y'all are doing some big things for that city and bringing a lot of life back to the city.
Oh, yeah.
So I definitely give kudos to them. They in the playoffs right now playing against the Golden State Warriors, man. Hey, shout out to y'all, man. Go Grizzlies, man. Y'all boys do y'all thing out there.
All right. So, all right, we're gonna transition over, man, and we're gonna get into a little health and nutrition now, man.
Okay.
So, health-wise, how do you view health? Like, how serious do you take your health?
Oh, man. My wife, man, she's more of a health expert than I am. She always, gets on me about eating my fruit, taking my vitamins, just staying aware of, my health as I'm getting older. Like I said, I'm 38 now, so
Yeah.
now is the time for me to really start paying attention to
Oh, yeah.
different health issues. So yeah, man, I think health is a very important thing, man. It's all and it all coincides with mental health as well. The healthier your body is, the more the healthier you are mentally.
Exactly,
You
because
know,
it sends up that signal to your brain that it's letting your brain know that you're taking care of your body. So overall, you're gonna be happy.
your brain is the biggest muscle in your body, man.
And the most important as well, because
Yes.
without the brain, ain't nothing functioning right.
Exactly. You know that. I mean, that's the central part. Your heart and your brain. I'm sorry, I
Oh,
said the
no,
brain
no.
is the biggest muscle. Your heart is the biggest muscle in your body, but your brain and your heart, those are your main functions. So we definitely need to take care of ourselves.
Now I'm gonna go back on this fruit thing, man, because it's a little message that I want to pass over to the people.
Okay.
Stop eating seedless fruit. The stuff is not natural.
Really?
Yes,
Okay, I didn't know that.
don't eat. That's just that GMO stuff, man. Don't fool around with. If you're eating watermelon, make sure it's got the seeds in them. You take time, peel them out. Cut that watermelon. What we did back in the day,
Spit 'em.
spitting them out.
There you go.
Hey, you eat the orange, you eat apples. Hey, grapes especially. Grapes is like one of the big ones that people eat seedless. Cause I ain't gonna lie, they taste amazing when you eat them. And then quick, nobody wants to take time to take out seeds out of a grape because they so small and stuff. It kind of messes you up. But man, eat the healthy stuff. Eat the stuff that that's natural.
I didn't even know
Seeds are
grapes
natural.
had seeds in them.
See,
like
yeah.
that. I mean, I know that certain ones do, but I didn't know they were supposed to have seeds.
Yes,
I didn't
all
know
of them
that.
supposed to have some seeds, man.
Okay, I just learned something.
Grapes. Well, I can go into a lot of detail about that, but I'm gonna try not to. But I just want people to understand, man. Don't eat seedless fruit. Make sure you eat the fruits with seeds. And don't nobody be no smart ass and be like, what about the bananas? I can tell you something about bananas as well. You really ain't supposed to be eating the long ones. You're supposed to eat those short bananas.
Really?
They make little small ones. Those are really the true organic bananas that really we're supposed to be eating.
Did not know that.
I wish I had the name for him, Dr. Sabi.
I just learned.
He's gonna be somebody that y'all gonna hear me quoting a whole lot on him.
Dr. CB.
Dr. Sabi.
Okay.
However you pronounce it. He know who I'm talking about, man. R.I.P. to him, man.
R.I.P.
That man was on his way to healing a lot of people.
Actually, he did heal a lot of people.
Man.
That he healed a lot of illnesses, cancer, AIDS,
Leprosy.
gonorrhea, things like that.
I mean, not leprosy, lupus.
Lupus, yeah.
I said leprosy like we back in the Bible days, boy.
Because our bodies are alkaline based. A lot of people don't know that. And I actually started drinking alkaline water. I don't know if a lot of people know, but alkaline water is actually better for you than spring water.
The high pH levels.
Yes, that's what you
get
want.
them high pH levels.
Right, that's true hydration for you folks. If you don't know, spring water, that Walmart water, hey guys, get you some alkaline water.
Yep.
Take time out to do your research.
Or if you're gonna get spring water, at least boil it.
Yes.
Boil it, and I know people. See, a lot of stuff that's healthy for you. People don't want to take the time out to prepare it the right way, because it's very time consuming to prep meals and stuff. Like in the morning times, I'm doing a smoothie with I do
smoothie.
Yep, I've been doing smoothies every morning, man. I eat apples, bananas, what is it? Blueberry? No, not blueberries. It's raspberries, cayenne pepper, kale. Kale is probably the most important thing that's in there. Cucumbers, scoop of protein, and turmeric. And I blend all it up. I know it might sound nasty on camera, but
you said turmeric.
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 Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If
Now
you
what is
can buy
that?
it, it's this little orange stuff. You can buy ground turmeric. I'm gonna have to show you a little picture of it, whatever. But it's called ground turmeric. You can buy that like Walmart or Kroger or something. Yep. Put a couple of little dabs of it in there with the cayenne pepper.
Okay.
And it basically acts. Both of them together acts as an anti-inflammatory. And it helps your body, your metabolism good. It helps your metabolism speed up. Helps you to suppress appetite. It does. It has a lot of benefits to you that it helps your body out a whole lot.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what people need to just start doing, man, is just the same way you look. Look into other things that might catch your interest. Get serious in your health. Write down notes, cause I'm still learning too.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna share my information. Whatever I learn, I'm gonna share it with the people.
You want to live longer? Take care of yourself.
Although, side note, we obviously cannot control when it's our time to go. But
Right. Absolutely.
my whole philosophy is, while I'm on this earth, I want to have the best quality of life that I can have. So.
Man, can't say it no better, bro. You sure know what to say. That is the truth.
All right, I'm gonna ask one more life question, and then we're gonna transition it over to we'll start talking about these women. Then we're gonna end it at that.
Oh man, we about to strike a
So-
nerve on this one.
So my own question, I should have asked it earlier, but if you can go back in time to talk to the 18-year-old Dewayne, what would you tell him right now?
I would tell the 18-year-old Dewayne to stop. Don't be stubborn. Listen to your parents and stay out the streets.
Yeah, the street.
Yeah, I think that was my biggest thing. I had a curiosity for the streets. But like I said, I was sheltered. I ain't gonna. Shelter is a kind of a funny word, but I'm gonna say I didn't get to go out a lot. My mom just kept us away from a lot of the street life.
Yeah.
Because my dad was in the streets. My family's from Detroit, so there was a lot of that going on. So she definitely removed us from that because she didn't want our life to end up like that. So I would tell myself to stay out the streets, focus on building your foundation first.
Yeah.
For yourself.
Big one.
Before and leave the women alone. That was another big issue I had.
Man.
Ain't gonna lie. Females
Hey,
was
you
my
and me
weakness.
both, man. You and me both.
Females were my weakness, man.
I wasn't no good.
No good at all to
no
nobody.
good.
Man. So yeah, I would definitely tell myself that. But like I said, man, listen, I don't regret a day in my life whether it was good or bad that I went through. I don't regret any of it. I think that everything that I went through, my childhood to my adulthood, was what helped me get to where I am now, to be the person that I am now. Not saying that I'm perfect. A lot of people give me, they kind of misinterpret the type of person I am. I'm not trying to be perfect. I just try to live right.
Yeah, and that's all we can do, man.
Right.
Try our best to live, as good as we possibly can. Knowing we'll never hit that 100% mark, but we're gonna do what we can.
Right.
Cause this world reciprocates the energy, man. You pass out good energy comes back to you.
Yeah, and the way this world's going, that energy is going in a negative direction.
Yes.
Every time I click on news break, it's something else going on.
I try to stay off that stuff, man.
Yeah,
That's what I do.
I do try to, but I'm a current event guy, so I just try to make sure that I know what's going on around me. That way, it helps me to maneuver better in the streets.
Oh yeah.
If that makes sense.
Oh, that makes plenty of sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to the section.
The section.
I've been looking forward to.
I think everybody's about to be looking forward to.
Man, talk
Me
about these
especially.
women.
Yes.
All right, man. So what I want to ask you is, I'm gonna tell you mine first. I'm not gonna go in too long with mine, but I want you to go in depth on what's yours. But I want to know, what is your value in the relation? Like, what's the most important thing that you consider into a relationship / marriage? And I'm gonna tell you, mine is communication. Because I feel like if we can, like I've told you before on countless occasions, I always tell my wife everything, man. I try to keep it 100 with her, so it won't be no surprises. So if I tell her, if I see some booty in the street, I look at booty. I look at, me must, well, anyway, but I'm me. That's all I can explain it. Like, she knows what type of guy that I am, so I'm not gonna hide who I am. So I feel like if we have a problem, I'm gonna discuss it with her. There's no hidden secrecies with us.
Right.
She's not gonna have to. You don't have to worry about somebody in the street saying, "Oh, I saw your husband doing this and that," because she's gonna say, "No, my husband don't do that. I know what my husband does."
Right.
So
Most women do. They know you. They know your pattern.
so I want to know what are some of y'all values that you think is gonna keep y'all together for the long haul.
I think the top two core values in a relationship / marriage is trust and communication. Well, three. Love too.
Love.
And when I say love, I don't mean I love my dog or I love my car. I mean unconditional.
Yes.
You gotta unconditionally fall in love with a person in order for a relationship and marriage to work. I think that trust is a big thing, and that's a major thing. Period with relationships. Period. Now, this is why a lot of relationships don't last long. Trust, communication, finances too, but it just depends on who you're dealing with.
Yeah, they play a role.
It plays a role, but you got to be able to trust your significant other, and you got to be able to talk to your significant other, and you both have to be willing to listen to each other. Ooh. You understand? That's a big thing, because sometimes you can talk to somebody and just like you're talking to a wall, you know, or you talking to your significant other and it's going in one ear and out the other, or they may say, "Oh, I understand," and then it's like 3 days later it's back to the same old same. So
I don't mean to cut y'all, but I gotta throw this in there right quick.
go ahead.
What is it with a woman when, like my wife, she's real good at this. It's like when they get upset, they don't want to talk. It's like, leave me alone right now. I need to cool off, or can I take it out of my face? But if they make you mad, like if she just like upsets me, she going, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
If I say something, "Get out of my face," I ain't get out of your face. What you talking about? Get out of your face. She come to me, she getting upset.
Yeah, they don't want
because I don't want to talk to her, or she'll
Right.
say, or in other words, you don't want to hear a woman say, "Okay, I got you."
Right.
Boy, them words when they say they got you, that just leaves all type of.
Oh yeah.
I got you to me means you finna go out and go meet up with
That's
John
a
Doe.
thousand. That could be 1,000 things, man. You
finna tell me
you don't
finna
know.
Go to Walmart.
You low key
go-
get scared because you're like, oh
tell her, I
Lord,
don't
what's she
know
about to do?
You tell her, I don't know what I got you mean, but we know they ain't even do nothing. But it's just like our mind go to run. What you mean you got me? And then it just
Yeah.
we fold every time. So
We
I'm like,
do. Women are good at that. I think some women are master manipulators in relationships. I know I'm probably finna strike some nerves with this, what I just said, but I think some women are master manipulators. But listen, I went to church this past Sunday. I'm sorry, Saturday. We had they had a marriage, like a little marriage gathering, dinner Saturday. And the pastor's parents was there. They've been married for 51, maybe 52 years. So they were asking them a lot of questions about, how did you make it? How are you able to make your marriage last so long? And the wife spoke, and she said something very, very interesting. She said that women have to learn how to stop making tear men down.
ooh,
When a man says something in the household, women have to learn how to let a man lead.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not necessarily just bowing down to a man or kissing a man's feet or things like that. It's like if a man says, "No, I don't think that's a good idea. I think we should do
And
this."
follow, yeah.
Women have to learn how to follow our lead and allow us to make that mistake. Even if we make the mistake, allow us to do it without tearing us down, without saying, "I told you so," or "I knew this was gonna happen." See, this is why. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Those type of things is what'll tear a man's manhood down. That'll make a man feel less of a man because you're taking away from our natural leadership.
Yeah. Let
You know
us
what I'm
fail.
saying?
We're not gonna get everything right, just like y'all not gonna get everything right. So
Exactly.
let us fail. And if we do, be supportive and
Right.
let's figure out an alternative method on
Right.
solving the problem with them.
Right. Women have to learn that, man, and stop trying to be independent. I remember that song "Independent Woman" was it "Independent Woman" or what was that song called back in the day? That just
Somebody
kicked
with,
off independency for women.
Beyonce, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. No, shout out to Beyonce. No offense to you. You are an amazing woman. But yeah. So it's like these women start having that mindset of, "I don't need a man." But if you didn't need a man, then why would God create Adam and Eve?
Man.
Why would he take a piece of our rib to create a woman? So
Preach,
obviously,
tell 'em.
we need each other.
We need each other.
Yeah.
Companionship.
Yeah,
Make it
man.
work.
If you got a good woman, you got a good man, why not try to do everything you can to keep that relationship strong?
Saying God, he knew what he was doing when he put me and my wife together because we so opposite. So it's like, in science terms, the protons and neutrons, the plus and minus, attracting each other, because sometimes she can be stern, she can be very, matter of fact, and I can be that, hey, let's not do that so much, be easy on him with that.
Right.
And so I've taught her actually, well, I ain't gonna say taught her because, she picked up, but I've rubbed it off on her to be, more relaxed, like, okay, you right, baby, I can stop. And she's rubbed off on me to be like, no, you ain't finna, no, you're not finna do this time, and I gotta put my foot down.
Yeah.
So when you have somebody that offsets you like that, and, that's how you know.
Yeah.
That's the one for you.
You create your balance
Mm-hmm.
between, and that takes time. It takes time to get to that point. A lot of people think when you get married that, oh, it's gonna fix everything magically. Like everything, all your problems are gonna just disappear when you were boyfriend and girlfriend, or
you're gonna have more problems. Then you're gonna have it. You're not gonna be able to lead the problem now.
It's hard work. Marriage is like going to a job, working at a construction site or a factory, and there's no air conditioning. It's a job that you have to work daily at. You can't just get it right the first time, bro. I promise you, you ain't gonna get every argument right.
I can remember when me and my wife had first got together. Earlier, we weren't even married then. This was like, our 3 month. I call it that 3 month where you had a problem. Because the first 2 months, everything is love, man. Nobody can do anything wrong.
Right.
Oh, you ate my burger? Oh, baby, don't worry
It's
about
okay.
it. I can buy 100 burgers, baby. Don't worry about that.
I'll eat later.
But yeah,
hey.
but I remember one time, man, the first time we actually had a disagreement or whatever. I can remember her dad was telling me, he was like, yeah, man, if your wife, not wife, if Jessica has anything, she gets upset, just let her cool off. Just leave if you gotta leave, and just do whatever you gotta do. Just keep the situation. I said, okay, I'm gonna take that. I'm not no. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not no woman beater or nothing, so I'm not gonna do nothing to her.
Right.
So fast forward, a few months later, she go to there go me. I remember what Pop said. I said, you know what? I'm finna go.
Okay.
I took one step. She said, don't you walk out that door.
Okay.
I said, oh, shit. I said,
Okay.
he didn't tell me what to do after this, boy. I'm like,
Now
I
you
don't
on
know
your
what to do
own.
now. Who
Yeah.
you tell it, boy?
Now you on
I
your
stood
own.
there.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. Man. So, from then on, I knew I had to figure out something, man.
Yeah.
But once she, realized that I wasn't going to be, what she was used to, and she wasn't gonna be what I was used to, and we started being able to understand each other. Then, we started getting along a lot better. I think I had left one time, and I came back and I told her, I said, this gonna be the last time I leave. I said, if I leave this time, if I leave again, I'm leaving for good. And I've been with her ever since, man. Everything ain't never, always been smooth, but obviously we didn't work that out. Now we ignore each other. Now I don't even. she pissed me off. Now I just kind of walk into the room, play my game with them.
And that's it, man. You just gotta find women have to understand that women and men, because we both do it on both sides. When you're in an argument, man, and one person wants to leave and get space, you have to learn to let that person go get some space. That doesn't.
I'm still learning that, man.
It doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna go out there and talk to a woman or talk to another man. It just means that it keeps you from making the situation worse. And that's what I do. When I'm upset and then I feel like it's getting out of control, I'm a type person, I'm going to go ahead and walk out the house. And I might walk down the street. I might get in the car, take a ride. I might go hang out with my partner or something, and just chill out and get it off my mind.
Yeah.
And then come back to the conversation. Always come back to the conversation. Never leave a conversation or argument where it's at, because it lingers and it just builds up on top of other issues, and then it explodes again.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that one out, man, because it's like I want to go ahead and get it done. Then it's like, because I get mad, because then she'd be like, you want to talk about it later. So what was you mad about her? I don't know. I don't want to talk no more. So that's why I said we have to find a balance. I have to learn how to let her cool off when she says she wants to cool off.
Absolutely.
It makes me mad when she wants to go cool off. 'Cause I'm like, why we can't talk about it? and you know
Right.
that just makes things worse.
Right, it does, man.
So-
You're forcing the issue, and there's nothing you can't. When you're upset, you can't think straight.
Yeah, well, I
You know?
can.
I mean, certain people can. I'm not gonna say everybody.
I really can. I actually think better when I'm upset because I start evaluating a lot of stuff, and then I can realize that I'm mad. I get like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm cool.
Yeah, me, I'm the opposite. I get upset.
You get time to get out the way.
I can say some stuff that might hurt your feelings. You know, I not on purpose, but just because I'm in the moment. And something, and I react off of other reactions. So if you say something hurtful to me, I might turn around, double back, and say something to you
That's
that
my
might cut a
wife.
little deep. You know what I'm saying?
That's my
So
wife
that's
in
why
spades.
I would choose to rather just be like, you know what, I'll be back, or I'm finna go. You know what I'm saying? That way, there's nothing said that I can't take back. You know what I'm saying? Because some things you say you just can't take back. It'll leave a stain in
be
the
there.
person's mindset. So it's important, man, to if your spouse tells you, I don't want to talk about it right now. As long as you're willing to come back to the conversation, that's the key piece. You got to be willing to come back to the
That's
conversation.
my problem. I ain't willing to come
If you
back.
cannot come back to the conversation, brother, then you're hurting yourself.
That's my problem. See, I have to learn that. This is therapy for me too, because I actually have to learn that in my own life.
Yeah,
I learn to come
that's
back to
real.
stuff. I don't like coming back. I like handling it right there.
A lot of people
got
don't. A lot of people give up. And I'm not saying you, but a lot of people give up on that person because they and what it is low key your pride. See, your pride gets in the way of a lot of things, a lot of your decision making. So you'll sit there and be like, oh, I ain't come back to that conversation now. I don't even want to talk about it no more. Like you told me, that's kind of your pride getting in the way of your critical thinking. So don't allow that to stop you from your marriage from growing, because that's how you grow. You know, you grow by, like you said, communication. That's the key.
That's what we've been doing.
And
man,
you
ever
stop your
since.
communication when you don't come back to the conversation to make sure that it's been addressed and been taken care of. Because it's not, it's still going to be in that mind,
Still
like,
gonna be
okay,
there.
I still have this issue. So when another issue similar to it comes up, it creates more frustration.
Man, you know you saying a mouthful right there, bro.
Man, for real, man, I've been through it, bro. And that's just real talk. That's for any and everybody out there.
Hey,
you
yo,
know?
so take heed, man.
Please.
Been through some stuff.
Marriage is
And
tough,
always learn.
man.
That's why we call this SIP talk, baby. We sitting in
Yeah.
position and learn knowledge. I done learned some things today.
Yeah, man, listen, you gonna be with that person the rest of your life. You ain't got no choice, you know. You made that decision. You knew what you was getting yourself
What you
into.
getting into, yep.
So you definitely gotta take care of your business, man.
Hey, I ain't got no regrets, man. I love my family.
Shouldn't
Hey,
shouldn't have no
none at all.
regrets. You shouldn't. And always listen, man. I know I'm not trying to get religious on people, but you gotta put God first in your life.
Oh, yeah.
In your personal life, in your marriage,
Oh,
in your
yes.
home, because that's the man. That person, God is the only one who's gonna get you through your storm.
Yeah.
Every storm that I've been through, God has gotten me through it, and I know that for a absolute fact. You can't tell, nobody can tell me different. You know, so no knock on anyone who's not religious or, you know, has their own religious preferences, but I know for sure God is
That is
amazing.
good, man.
Yes, sir.
That's a good way to end it right there, man.
Yes,
Want to
sir.
throw any shout outs in there before we conclude this session?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my wife, Tempest Reed / Carroll. Shout out to my kids, Quintel, Savi, Michaela, Carroll. Shout out to my sister, my brother, you know, my family. Shout out to G's Cuts, man. Listen,
Oh, yeah.
you guys
Yo.
need a good haircut, man. Listen to me, man. G's Cuts is one of the best shops
Okay.
in the area of Oxford, Mississippi. If you're looking for a great family atmosphere, you're looking for a great quality haircut, we have a great group of guys. Shout out to G, Jabari Jones, Jason, and my boy Lee, the barber. These guys are some amazing barbers, man. We all do great work. We take care of each other, and we take care of our clients.
Yeah.
So if you need a cut, quality cut, man, you guys look us up on Google or look us up on the Cut app or on Booksy and set your appointment, man, and come check us out. It's a great experience. Trust me, you will not be sorry.
All right. Well, we're gonna end it with this episode of Sip Talk. This is the first one, man. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, Keontae, man, for having me, brother.
Yes, sir, man. And
For real.
This ain't gonna be the last one either, man. For
Oh
sure.
no, definitely not, man. You know I'm here to support you, bro. We've been, like you said, we've been talking about this podcast for almost
time.
2 years now. Hey, we finally here,
You
man.
said 6 months or something. You ain't have to say 2 years. Man.
Hey, man, listen, it doesn't matter, man. Rome wasn't built in a day, man. So, you know, things take time. You know, success doesn't come in a day. And I'm just proud of you, brother.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that, man. I really do.
I'm proud of you, man. And I'm definitely here, bro. Y'all gonna see a lot more of me. Definitely. I don't give a dang if I ain't getting an interview. You gonna see me in the background.
Gonna see you in the background doing something. Oh yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Man. Well, thank y'all for tuning in, and we're gonna end it like that, man. Hope y'all have
man.
a good
take it
rest of
easy.
the day.
Yes, sir.
All right.